Mikayla and these influencers, they have no issues saying that multiple things fix their hair or fix their skincare. There's no effort put in to kind of hide what she's doing. And I think that's her playing into like the rage bait a little bit. It's also, you know, it's working. Like, I'm enraged. I just want to say that I'm not a hater. Like, I really do not intend to make this like a hate video towards any one particular person. And I'm just using examples of influencers who have created brands, and one in particular because she's fascinating. And I know that there are people behind these brands. I'm really not trying to send hate or criticism towards specific people because I don't know them as people.
To say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about them as people because I don't know them. Okay, pop quiz poll for the audience. Have you ever bought something from an influencer and you still have it and you don't know what to do with it because you don't like that influencer anymore? It's okay, it's a judgment-free zone, but looking back, why did you buy that item? Just think about that, and we'll come back to that. Hold that in your head, and we're gonna come back to it at the end of class. I, like many, like to keep up with silly influencer drama. I think it helps me distract from the world.
Kim Kardashian!
I heard about Mikayla crying on TikTok and being really vague about what she was crying about and posting these videos where she's like clearly upset, but she really won't elaborate on it.
I am not doing well. Life is just not sunshine and rainbows right now. As much as I miss that because I'm such a positive, optimistic person, I don't have it in me right now.
And she's like ordering McDonald's and she's eating it in bed.
Transparently, this has been me the last few days.
Wow, so authentic, so real, so true. She was posting multiple videos where she was clearly upset, but she didn't talk about why. And I'm a voyeur, so I was intrigued. It turns out she's crying over something that's like super personal and has to deal with her family. But the way that she announced it was she posted a video of her getting ready in the morning and using a bunch of her products and kind of like showing them to the camera. As she's talking about something that's like so personal and like maybe I didn't even need to know about that. Yeah, so she was showing off her skincare brand and I was like, haha, this is so dystopia IRL, like pawning off your emotional trauma to sell your skincare brand to your fans on your phone. Anyway, so before this, Mikayla released this skincare brand, and I'm sorry, it's a skin prep. It's skin prep. It's not skincare, it's skin prep.
This is skin prep.
And it's called POV Beauty, and it has 5 different products, and they have the Drench It, a priming essence, Drip It, a glowy serum, Whip It, a hydrating cream, Glaze It, another primer, Amp It, a lip treatment and amplifier. Also a Bop It, Twist It, and Crank It. Just kidding. I'm just being silly. So basically, this is skincare.
Mikayla is not trying to change the game of skincare with POV.
None of these products are like insanely new inventions or new really innovative takes on products. I really wouldn't expect them to be because the skincare market is kind of like oversaturated already, and there's really only so many things that you can put on your face. So basically Mikayla, she's starting a skincare brand. There's lots of other skincare brands on the market. How does she make hers unique? How does she make hers interesting? Well, she did something that I think is kind of smart. She branded it as something new, which is skin prep, which is like, it's silly to say, but there are certain products that like, I'm thinking of like the Glow Recipe like serums and stuff like that, where they kind of blur the line between skincare and makeup anyway. So Mikayla just swooped in and she decided that she's going to live in that niche and produce her brand in that niche to make it seem very unique.
Oh, is it skincare? Is it skin prep? What the hell is the difference? Let me explain. This is skin prep. Yes, for the most part, this does technically replace majority of your morning skincare routine. From the point of view, you now have your toner, your serum, and your moisturizer.
And that's marketing. It's not like that unique of any product, and I feel bad for her fans if they believe that is an incredibly new product. But from a marketing standpoint, I'm like, okay, I get it. So going back to that video of Mikayla crying and showing off her different products, in the abstract, removing Mikayla from the situation, like looking at it, I am watching a woman talk about something extremely personal while she's doing her makeup. why do I care? Like, why do I care about any? I'm not even a Mikayla fan. So why do I care? I, like most of you, clicked on the video and have been interested in this drama and what Mikayla's up to because I'm a little bit fascinated by her. Not as a fan, but I guess more of a snarker. I, like you, probably have a parasocial relationship with Mikayla. Number one, no hate. We're not sending hate. No hate. This is peace and love area. And I don't hate her or anything. I do find it a little bit of a guilty pleasure to watch the funny stuff that she does and like hear an accent that to me is very exaggerated. I know that she claims otherwise.
Kim Kardashian!
You know, agree to disagree. I'm just a little bit intrigued by her whole persona. That's not a typical parasocial relationship, but I think it's definitely one that exists. Prominence of snark subreddits kind of reinforces and proves that people do have varied types of parasocial relationships with people. That some people will even give like mounds and mounds of attention to someone that they hate. Mikayla knows this. Mikayla absolutely knows this. That's why she posts these like semi-rage bait content videos. Like right before TikTok was said to be banned, she posted a video alluding to the fact that she had lied about Lashgate, or that she was going to reveal the truth about Lashgate. That's like rage bait content. That's not for her fans necessarily. That's more for like the drama channels, the snarkers, the people who don't really like Mikayla but like are kind of fascinated by her rashness, I guess. So Mikayla knows that she has ample haters watching her as well as fans.
And shout out again to all those people who hate my guts but is sitting in a quiet place listening to my show. You are obsessed and sick.
I think it's smart, like, that she can find ways to make content for both of them.
I hate Elvis.
Yes, I hate Elvis. In my way of thinking, I love Elvis. That's an easy sell. Those who hate your son will do so whether we profit from it or not.
From a pure content video making platform that's smart, she also capitalizes on these parasocial relationships for marketing her skin prep.
Every day I am grateful for the privilege to have the community that I do. And you guys have supported me wholeheartedly over the last 5 years. I genuinely could not do this without you. I wouldn't do this without you. You have built up my confidence. You have helped me improve as an artist, become a better person, realize what I deserve in life.
And that's kind of the root of the problem with these brands, is that they are appealing to your parasocial relationship with them. This is a point that many people have gone over. I am not the first one to talk about this. There's so many great essays about how we relate to people online. This is a quote from a Jordan Fisher video, which I really loved. It was about prime energy, actually, but I found it to be the best description of influencer products like that I've ever come across. These products are souvenirs of your parasocial relationship with the influencer. Basically, your brain can't tell the difference between a relationship that you have with your friend in real life and a relationship that you have with someone that you watch through your phone. Like, your brain just doesn't know the difference between a relationship and a parasocial relationship. How our brains think when somebody's talking to you, you consider that a relationship. If you're seeing them on a consistent basis, you're thinking that that's kind of a relationship. Our brains like really don't have a filter in between that and somebody that we see in real life. Comes into play with influencer marketing because what's the most effective way of marketing? Word of mouth. And this is something that TikTok understands and TikTok has capitalized on because they have their whole TikTok shop now, which leads you directly from a word of mouth video to the product. This is great. I love the dystopia that we're living. So cute. So your brain cannot tell the difference between Mikayla recommending you a product and a friend in real life recommending you a product. In the past, like when celebrities were in commercials for like makeup or something, there was a level of disconnect between that commercial and you, the consumer, in various ways, starting with the fact that celebrities used to be more inaccessible, but there was a level of disconnect between them as an advertising agent and you as a consumer or an enjoyer of them as an actor or an actress or whatever. These celebrities would be in commercials, but they would be outside of the context that you've gotten to know them in. So already that is a difference from how you're relating to them normally. Like, parasocial relationships are not new. They have been around for, I'll just say, ever. I know Jesus got some fangirls out there. That was so stupid. People have always related to people that they don't know personally. They relate to them through the context that they get to know them, and commercials would be a different context than how you would have gotten to know like a musician or a celebrity or something like that. So already that is a disconnect that would help your brain differentiate between someone as a celebrity selling you something and someone as a celebrity producing a work of art or something. These commercials or advertisements would be hyper aestheticized, and they would be a heightened version of reality, so they weren't going for a naturalistic feel. You could remove your relationship with the celebrity from the product a little bit more. And now you can't as much. Influencers are just very different from traditional celebrities, and them in a commercial honestly can look the same as them producing their regular content by bringing people into their daily lives.
Try being an influencer for a day.
Or at least claiming to. Influencers have created a veneer of authenticity and honesty that simply wasn't there with traditional celebrities. That image looks radically like candid compared to traditional celebrities and produced commercials. So we already are at a point where we are more trusting and believe that influencers are more authentic representations of reality than commercials. So we're already tipping towards believing influencers more than traditional celebrities, and that becomes a problem when they start selling you things. And they're also doing it through a medium that everybody understands now, which is the phone. You understand what filming on a phone looks like. I understand what filming on a phone looks like. It's equalized, or any influencer is filming on a phone. You implicitly understand that better than you understand a whole production and set up for a commercial or a movie or anything like that. So people are already just at a disadvantage when these influencers are trying to convince them to buy something, because they already believe them when there is little or no distance between them advertising something and the regular content, something that Mikayla is very guilty of. People are just more susceptible to listening to these advertisements when maybe they wouldn't watch them on TV, and they're more susceptible to buying these products. Okay, but the ads are entertaining and I like X influencer, so I don't care. And maybe Mikayla's products are good, you don't know. Well, Strawman, thank you for bringing that up. Specific to skincare is a particular problem that comes from the fact that a 30-second video just cannot accurately establish how someone's skin gets to be the way it is. Although skincare and makeup are put together a lot of the time, like they're in the same stores and stuff, it is just a very different process of somebody doing their makeup and somebody transforming their skin or fixing a problem with their skin. Those are just two processes that take way different amounts of time. Makeup can be a, couple of minute to hour thing. Skin can take months, if not more. So unlike makeup, your skin reacts to things over time and is affected by a bunch of things that aren't seen and can't even really be recognized or recorded. Diet, exercise, climate, genetics, stress. These all affect your skin like crazy. A video can show someone's process of putting together a makeup look, but it really can't accurately show you how to get a certain skin look. The biggest issue for me with skincare, a lot of these influencers and celebrities and just rich people in general, is that they can afford a bunch of treatments and stuff that they might not be inclined to show in that 30-second video of how to get their skin.
Hannah Coates for Vogue writes, "When you've had injectables yourself, which I have, you gain a sharper sense of what other people have had done. In my opinion, there are a lot of famous people, both men as well as women, who may say their ultimate beauty secret is drinking lots of water, but in truth it's down to the expertise of their aesthetic doctor. As a beauty editor, I'm well aware of this, but many women aren't. They see their favorite celebrities looking smooth and luminous at 30 and older, but often don't realize the rigorous regimen of facials, injectables, and other skin-enhancing treatments it takes to look that way. The result? They compare their own skin to visions of perfection that require time and money and lots of it to achieve. The truth is that most celebrities are having something done, even at the age of 31. Even the best and most expensive skincare cannot remove every line or defy the natural effects of time."
So they have access to estheticians and dermatologists and skincare clinics that can fix their problems, and they might be going there rather than an Ulta or a Sephora, but we don't know. So remember when Kylie Jenner claimed for years that her lip kits were the reason that her lips looked bigger, and then it turned out that she was getting injections the whole time? Yeah, it's like that. And I think because skincare and makeup are so closely intertwined in the marketing sense, people don't realize that it could be the same situation. It's very possible that these people are not using those products and getting those results, but they are going to a dermatologist and getting those results. I'm not alleging anything, but there's also no guarantee that Mikayla's products are the reason that her skin looks the way it is. In addition to her being caught claiming many times over that a certain skincare product has fixed her skin, but it being a different skincare product every week.
So much makeup every day that my skincare routine has to be on point. So let me show you step by step. I've been talking about this routine for years, and clearly it's working for me.
There is just no guarantee that she doesn't get treatments done, or she doesn't have medication or anything like that. Rich people can just afford to fix their skin in different ways. They can afford to fix their skin on a biological level, whereas we are working with like more topical solutions, and there is just an inherent difference between the access that we have to skincare compared to the access that rich people have to skincare.
And in terms of proving if skincare is effective, one way to do it is to do an authentic review that takes a lot of time and a longer period of time so you can actually test the products and how they affect your skin. Accidentally, Mikayla and other influencers expose themselves by hesitating to review the products immediately and saying that they wanted to wait a longer period of time to try the product.
I'm not going to be reviewing Point of View by Mikayla anytime soon. I love her and she's my friend. But to be a good friend, I actually need to immerse myself in her formulas, really understand them, and finish a bottle or two before I form an opinion and then let her know and give her a review.
Suggesting that they don't normally do that with skincare products.
Going back to that thing where Mikayla claimed that many products fixed her skin, at least back in the days of commercials, at least celebrities had exclusive contracts. So they would only show up in one makeup brand's commercials, and it could be like Jennifer Garner, and she only uses what's a shampoo? Garnier? Is that what it is? Garner and Garnier? Okay. Say she only uses Garnier shampoo according to the commercials. She has a contract to say that she only does that, and she only does those commercials. That exclusivity at least projected the image that the brand was responsible for their appearance, and Mikayla and these influencers have no issues suggesting otherwise. They have no issues saying that multiple things fix their hair or fix their skincare or whatever.
To November 7th, 2024. This was my official before photo when I started to receive the final samples of Point of View. The redness and like irritation of my skin, the blemishes, the hyperpigmentation and scarring. This is my skin. Zero filter.
Obviously I care about this, and obviously this gets me a little heated, but I don't intend, and I didn't intend for this to be a Mikayla hate video. She's just kind of the most egregious with this that I know of. She's also kind of like the least tactful about these marketing tactics that she employs.
Look at the length. Do you see that?
There's no effort put in to kind of hide what she's doing, and I think that's her playing into like the rage bait a little bit. It's also, you know, it's working. Like, I'm enraged. But to look at another influencer, I guess, his brand, Hailey Bieber, she's not somebody that I would necessarily go to for skincare products because I just don't know what she's using on her face outside of the small videos that she would post on social media. She has access to a whole world of skincare options that I do not have access to. It could be like just tons of luxury products that aren't on Ulta or Sephora shelves, or it could be treatments or spas or even injections. I don't know. She may only be using Rhode products, or she may not be. So what's my point? Products can be bad, and it still doesn't matter to the fans of the influencer.
I was at the merch table and the vinyl was like selling out, and I was like, oh my god, these vinyl are selling like crazy. And the merch girl goes, yeah, people will buy anything.
Well, not necessarily, but influencers can sell things that are of lesser quality or just average quality and sell the same amount or more as a perfectly good alternative because they already have a built-in market. Eek, that are more susceptible to buy things from them and to listen to their opinions on products. Eek! Yeah, these products are not necessarily a product or what value they can give the consumer. They are a souvenir of the parasocial relationship that somebody has with an influencer. According to this podcast I heard, parasocial relationships mostly happen like in the audience's mind. So most of the relationship is in the audience's head. And that doesn't make it like less real, but it means that it is heavily tied to emotions and feelings rather than concrete relational aspects. In these parasocial relationships, as long as the product fulfills the purpose of being a souvenir, it's okay if it's not the best product or if it's not the best quality, because it doesn't have to be. And it's okay if the product doesn't work as intended. It's not a skincare product at that point or a makeup product. It's a symbol of the relationship that one has with that influencer. Yeah, and the substance of the relationship. Whether or not the product is good remains, because the influencer will still talk to them, and the influencer will still produce content and will still show them their lives. So skincare is like huge right now. People want to look good without looking like they tried hard to look good. They want to look like they don't have to put a lot of effort in, and they want to look like they woke up like that. I didn't wake up like this at all. TBH, that's just some radical honesty there. And for new brands, one of the ways that you can break into this marketplace that already has so many other brands vying for attention in it is through influencer marketing.
Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
They can get their name out there, and compared to traditional marketing campaigns, in general, I think it's still a little bit cheaper to do influencer marketing, and you can be more direct. And the cost of marketing and advertising is not like something that the company eats. It is something that is passed on to the consumer in the price of the product. Eek! So in addition to eating up your time, your valuable time on this earth, having to watch their advertisements, companies also put the cost of that advertisement into the price of the product. So recently, The Ordinary made this a part of their own marketing campaign to highlight the cost of celebrity and influencer marketing. And they did this by putting $10 million in a storefront in New York. And they weren't real, they were like fake dollars, but it represented the cost that they would have to incur to get a celebrity ambassador or an influencer ambassador or something like that. And they said that that cost would then be pushed onto the price of the product. And The Ordinary is known for having very reasonable priced products. So instead of spending that $10 million on getting their name out there, they saved that money and then offered the product at a much lower price to the consumer, and then their advertising comes from the fact that it's a good product, and they trust that their consumer will spread the word about the product and that the quality of it will sustain it. And this is marketing. This is a marketing scheme itself, and that's something to take note of, that they're doing these more socially conscious marketing campaigns lately, like with the eggs, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think we need to recognize it. I definitely prefer this to undisclosed TikTok ads, but we just need to be aware of it. In doing this, The Ordinary cultivates an image of transparency and honesty that is something that, then gets associated with their brand. And when a consumer is going to make a decision on what product to buy, they have the association of, oh, The Ordinary is really honest, so maybe I should give them a try. There are thousands of products on the market, like so many. You couldn't in a lifetime try all the products that there are. Many of them are good, many of them are effective. Not all of them, but many of them are, and many of them are similar. So how do brands differentiate themselves? How do brands make sure that the consumer wants to buy their product over all the other products they could buy? Naively, we could believe that the best product gets the most attention, word of mouth, but that's not necessarily the case. Most likely, brands have to use marketing to get their name out there and to get on people's minds. And they do this by selling the products on feelings and associations with influencers. Now, coming back to that question that I asked you at the beginning, have you ever bought anything from an influencer and then you don't know what to do with it because you actually don't like the influencer anymore, but you still have the product and you don't want to use it because you don't want to promote that influencer, but you still have the product so you want to use it, but you don't know what to do with it? I wish I had like something crazy like a James Charles palette or like a Shane Dawson conspiracy palette. I feel like that would be like a mic drop moment, but I actually don't have any of those things. I don't like those people. So I just have the Dan and Phil book from many years ago, like probably 10 years ago. And no hate to any of them. No hate. This is peace and love. But I'm not super into their content anymore. Kind of grew out of it. And no hate. Still love them. Still appreciate the time that I spent in the fandom. But I don't know what to do with this book. And it's signed. By the way, it's signed. Influencer marketing carries with it an inherent risk. It is the risk of being built on the back of one person. And if that person sucks or has a scandal or loses relevancy, then there goes the brand. That's it. Because all of its buy-in and all of the reason that it is famous is built on the back of that one person. You can look at Jacqueline Cosmetics for this, or Jacqueline's other brand. She kind of ruined her reputation with that scandal, and the brand didn't necessarily recover from it and never built itself past her as a person or as an influencer, which kind of highlights again that these brands don't always sell the best products. They don't have to sell the best products because they already have market buy-in because of an influencer. They just have to sell a good enough product for fans of an influencer. And I feel like in de-influencing videos, I hear a lot about like personal choice. Yes, we do all need to take personal responsibility for our consuming habits and for our buying habits. All of that is at the end of the day a choice that we make. And while people do have a responsibility to like consume wisely, there is a reason that the saying no ethical consumption under capitalism exists. So there are systems in place that make it very hard to consume ethically, and they make it near impossible to buy daily necessities without someone somewhere in the production line being exploited. And that's what no ethical consumption of capitalism means. That's the capitalism of it all. That doesn't mean that we should shop at Shein or Temu, though. It means less consumerism overall. Okay? Like, we need to be just consuming less, period. You know, personal choice has its limits, and in influencer marketing that presents itself as platforms that prioritize advertisements and allow for undisclosed advertisements and promote direct to purchase interactions like the TikTok shop where you can immediately purchase the items mentioned. And influencers take advantage of that. Whether or not the product is good, influencers leverage the authenticity capital that they have built with their audience to sell products. So to respond to that question, would you buy this product if it wasn't associated with an influencer? I would raise a similar question of, could you sell this product and would it be successful if you weren't an influencer? Could Mikayla release POV beauty and have it be successful if she had 0 followers? Is the quality of the product good enough that it would still be successful if they didn't already have that built-in audience? And that's the aspect of this process that they are taking advantage of. And that is why I don't think you should buy any skincare from influencers. That's it. Bye-bye. No, I'm kidding. My name is Trini, and if you liked watching it, thank you. I really didn't mean this as a hate video or like to spur criticism towards anyone. But if you like this video, this is my... I don't know, I've been starting out on YouTube, and I would really appreciate it if you left a nice comment rather than a mean comment. So yeah, and if you want to subscribe, oh my gosh, there's a super simple, easy button that you can click to do that. And that's it. So,